Alright, make sure it's recording. Hello, guys. Hope you guys are having a blessed day today. And today we're going to be doing January 2nd. I know I missed on the 1st, but that's what I was going to do is I'm going to reread January 1st, kind of give a quick summary, and then that's going to lead straight into January 2nd because both these have a lot in common. Or kind of a easy flow. I don't know. So here's January 1st. Come to me with a teachable spirit, eager to be changed. A close walk with me is a life of continual newness. Do not cling to old ways as you step into a new year. Instead, seek my face with an open mind, knowing that your journey with me involves being transformed by the renewing of your mind. So, I think the biggest thing for January 1st is remembering that as we come into a new year, leave the old ways, leave everything that happened last year in the dust, essentially, of your old life. But instead, come to God with a teachable spirit, eager to be changed. In order to come to Christ, you need to be willing to be changed. You need to be willing to surrender yourself, surrender your ways. You need to be willing to surrender everything that you have to Him. That's how you're going to be changed, truly and faithfully. And I'm still doing it to this day. I'm not perfect. Neither is anyone else, a Christian or human. We're all not perfect. But the biggest thing to understand is in order to come to God, you got to be willing to surrender. To surrender fully to Him. Surrender to His will and not your own. So that's where this will lead into today's. Here's January 2nd. Relaxing in my healing presence as you spend time with me, your thoughts tend to jump ahead of today's plans and problems. So, relax in my healing presence. And then, like I said, January 1st jumps over into saying, come to me with a teachable spirit. So, I think that why those connect so well is because, for a lot of times, we need to come to God with a teachable spirit, be willing to surrender to Him. And then you jump to January 2nd where it says, relax in my healing presence. A lot of times, whenever we're in God's healing presence, we're in God's presence, we tend to jump ahead to the future a bit, like I do, especially. But, we just need that time to spend time with God. We need to sit before Him and go, okay, God, this is your time. Heal me in any way. Teach me something new. And I think the biggest thing, and especially in America, is the fact that we don't do that enough. We don't sit before God enough. We, in our life, want to rush around, get stuff done. But in truth, that is taken away from God a lot of times. And honestly, for health reasons, it's good to just sit and be before Him a lot of times too, right? Have you ever had a day where it's just absolute craziness and you just go and sit? And it's just peaceful, it's quiet, it's still. Have you ever had one of those moments? Especially being before God, there is maybe one day I could recount where it was just nothing but busyness and just going to sit before God and really choosing that time to spend time with Him. Recently I've had that. So I think the biggest thing for us in America and as Christians is the fact that, hey, don't rush around. Don't start, okay, ready, set, go, it's another wild day. You need to actually take time and go, okay, I'm actually going to choose this time, this morning, this afternoon, at nighttime, to sit before God and give it to Him. And I think that's what we lack a lot, is just sitting before Him and giving a certain time of the day to Him. So I encourage you today to just go and do that. And I think this is a great passage too at the end that I saw that was picked out for this. Sorry, my eyes are still kind of waking up a bit, I guess. So this comes from Luke 10:39 through 42, which states, she had a sister called Mary, who sat at the Lord's feet listening to what He said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to Him and asked, Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work myself? Tell her to help me. Now Martha, or Mary, I think it's Mary, yeah, she had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet. Okay, so Martha's the one that's calling The biggest thing is about Martha is what she's doing. She's trying to rush around, get ready, get ready. We got to get this stuff done. But Mary is choosing, hey, let's rest at the Lord's feet first. Let's sit before Him. Let's give Him thanks. And let's praise Him, right? Martha, Martha, the Lord said, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. And that's what Jesus said to Martha. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken from her. So today, if you guys have any time in your schedule, or even tomorrow morning, start planning for tomorrow. Go, okay, I'm going to give this time to God tomorrow morning, or I'm going to give this time to God tomorrow afternoon, or I'm going to give this time to God even before bed. Just be willing to sit before God. Be willing to. Go, okay, God, I'm going to give you this time. Because in truth, that is what I need a lot, and that's what you need a lot. There was a devotional, read the same devotional that I read. I think it was one of the days at the end of the year this year, or 2025, I guess I should say now. It's crazy. I read that, and it was like, the more time that you're busy, the more time you need to spend time with God. And essentially that just kind of means is like, okay, I'm super busy and like I just have a day of busyness. Like, that's more time I would need to spend time with God to let Him heal me, to give me peace, to give me rest. And I think we forget that so many times, is that we need to be willing to give up at least some time to God in our day, because A, it's going to heal us, B, it's going to help us, and C, it's going to give us that overwhelming peace that He offers, that He gives us, that He is willing to give to us. We just got to be willing to choose to give Him time in our day to be able to let Him heal us from whatever problems we may be going through, whatever things we may be going through. But that's kind of the devotional for today, January 2nd. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Stay blessed out there. Take care. Choose to spend time with God today if you can. If not today, plan something for tomorrow or this week. Peace out and have a blessed day.